to translate. I could understand though part of the headline there of this French newspaper in Martinique. Basically, it's saying that we have a rubbish problem in Dominica. Can you imagine our rubbish is making headlines in Martinique? I just like imagine that our rubbish problems making headlines in Martinique. So I asked somebody to translate the entire article. I'll read that for you in a minute. Let me read this article somebody just translated for me there in English. Dominica confronted with health crisis because of a slow garbage collection. That's the translation, eh? Piles of garbage bags are accumulating along the roads in all communities of the island of Dominica. The service responsible for garbage collection is having difficulties respecting their collection schedule. Despite the receipt of 4 garbage trucks, the mountains of piles of garbage bags continue to accumulate. Huh? That's a story there in Martinique. Huh? This has been an ongoing problem for several months. The authorities are unable to resolve that situation. They concern also about the leptospirosis situation in Dominica. Adding that for several months now, the health department has stopped communicating on the presence of the epidemic, even as residents are increasingly affected by leptospirosis, Dominica. Now, this is the story circulating there in Martinique, our French territory. Imagine, imagine the officials there. It's making headlines in Martinique. We have rubbish problems in Dominica. Come on, Dominica, let's do better than this in the year 2026. Talk to me on the telephone. Yes. Wow.
Morning to you.
Morning to you. Yes. Uh huh.
Yes, yes. Well, this is a very unfortunate situation.
It is.
Situation in Dominic is making headline in Martinique. And when you report on garbage and little prices, it also creates a fright for persons who may want to come to Dominica for leisure and for business, because if the person is not healthy, you don't want to come here and get involved in this unhealthy situation and to go back to your country and to your family. So it's very sad. And in fact, when they got the new garbage truck and they made a big boost about it, I feel reference would be improved and so forth, but it's still the same thing. I mean, sometimes you put the garbage out and not pass, and then when you do put it out, sometimes in the wee hours of the morning, the truck pass and your garbage stays in your yard and so on. So it's really not an organized arrangement with the garbage collection in Dominica. And there are many things that have fallen apart, and it is getting worse. But I was speaking to a friend who came here for a short visit, and the friend was saying to me, I mean, when she looked at the road into Roseau, coming from, let's say, the west coast into Roseau, he said, well, that looked like more or less like a country road, a feeder road, and so on. Because normally you would have so often your road into your city would move and looked after and so on. I mean, once in a while, when there's a Creole festival or something coming up that they're involved in, you see a little patching taking place. I remember in the 80s and in the 90s, I mean, road would be maintained and patched. You had gangs on the road doing all of this. I mean, you see any people off and on, you see them cutting and cleaning, and they're doing a fantastic job in most of the areas. I want to commend them and wish them well and hope that the new year for the NEP workers would be organized and settled, because the way things are with them, because they are not, secure in that job. They can't get credit from the bank. They can't get higher purchase to improve themselves. And what you want in life is for people to be improved, for you to say, well, your situation today is better than it was yesterday.
And you mentioned the NEP, my friend Boston, and I found I was doing some digging yesterday, and I found out there are people on NEP on that list who are already working but still receiving NEP payments, and I find that very amazing.
because the role of a government is to ensure that what you call justice is done. And if you have people working for the government and they're not being paid, or even their social security not being paid, it tells you that the state itself will fall apart, because the government ought to be an example to the other employers and so on, so that those who they employed can get paid. When St. Kitts, you had a number of persons who were on, not on the establishment, and they were getting almost a situation of the NEP, but a little higher than NEP. And then the government had said that they would put them in the establishment, which they did. So now these people can take a loan to build themselves. They can take a loan to educate their children and so on. They can, take a purchase to improve themselves. But in Dominica, it's just like you just live in. And when you get a chance to get something, you get it and so on. And that is so sad. And I would hate that we enter 2026 in that same kind of situation. You see, all this happening, Matt, for example, we have this issue with the United States and visa and so on. And I mean, one may want to pretend if they want. And I was speaking to a labor writer who say, oh, I don't need the visa because Trump will go in 3 years' time. I say, in 3 years' time, where is he going? Because the Americans, they work that way. They work on system. And if a system is in place, then they're not going to change the system because there's a change of government. They will analyze it, yes, and they will keep it. I said, look, for example, in Britain, you could do with the visa, the Conservative Party in government, they impose this visa thing, and the Labour Party is in office in Britain, and they have not moved it because they don't operate that way. They don't operate in vice versa. They look at where everything is in their favor. For example, Trump polling thing has gone up on the immigration thing. I mean, there are some areas people are disappointed with him how it been behaved, but generally they feel that it's doing a good job in ensuring that they keep people who may cause trouble in America out of America and so forth.
Keeping the country safe, yes, it's gone up.
Keep the country safe. So, Martin, is very sad that and then you find now, I believe if you look at Antigua, it was named in the visa issue. Antigua is busy trying their very best to see how they can accommodate to prevent their people from falling that in that non-visa thing, or to kind of get the American to see that they're making effort. In Dominica, we still get talking rubbish. I mean, you have your president still talking as if they're so big and they're so on their own and they're so well off that they can turn off everybody and talk about the one China policy. I mean, are you hearing China, Russia, and this place talking about Venezuela, like we're talking about Venezuela and Chavez and this thing? No, I believe they will do their what you call their international politics and diplomacy and so forth. They still the United States and them still shake hands and still talk in certain areas, but they not talking like the way we talk in Dominica. We are the leader in ensuring that Venezuela survives and so on. But Matt, I just want to commend you for the work that you have done for the year. I think you have done your very best to keep the discussion alive and to keep people calling you and make their points and so forth and express themselves, which sometimes if you hold it inside of you, it can stifle you, so people call to express. And all those who call to express their views on positive matters relating to states of our country, I want to commend them as well and to wish them well in the new year, and hope that in the new year, all the talk that we have talked, that we can see some improvement. Those in government can understand. The talk is not a hatred talk. It's not a talk that you hate a person. It's a talk that you love your country and you want the best for your country. And if everything is going wrong, then you ought to talk about it so that the government can change. Only Satan that they change it ways, But anybody who have a Christian attitude would change their faults and so forth. But we have seen for the last 20 plus years that we have the same old thing going on in this country by this government. And it's so unfortunate that the government hate opposition. The government hate people who oppose. I spoke to a guy who is a labor rights. They tell me because he spoke in a meeting on something, he almost become an outcast and so on, because you should not talk and things like that. Then another thing, Christmas is time for sharing and giving. And then when you select people to give, if you can't give, don't give. When you select people to give, for example, you're a member of parliament for a constituency and you have the government resources under your charge. You can't stop those who did not support you because they did not support you. That's your fundamental right to decide if they support you or not. And if you work well and you behave in a human way, then obviously this person might have a change of heart and support you. But what we're seeing is a division on a division in this country. And I hope that in 2026 we can change that. So, Matt, again, stay safe, stay strong.
Thank you.
That God will will give us good health. And when I say also, I include myself, I include you and everybody else.
I know.
Good health to continue the struggle and so forth. I find myself first in the history of myself. I found myself sleeping in a cell. I didn't commit a crime. I had no cutlass. I had no gun. I had no terrorist affiliation. All I did was to come by the parliament. In fact, when they were doing their foolishness, that the police was doing their foolishness, I was only by SMA, going up and down trying to ensure that I assist in terms of putting order. And when I saw a guy kneel, I had the I saw a guy kneel. I rushed to him. I said, "What happened?" He told me, "He's a rubber bullet." So then go, so run off. And I run off only by Macmillan gas station. I sit there for a long while until I didn't know Parliament was over. And then when the people came back there, I spoke to ask people to go home and stay tuned and so on. But I see myself for that, sleeping in a cell and so forth. And I mean, I don't hate anybody for that, but I mean, it's so unhuman. It's so against the fundamental rights and democratic right of our people.
Human rights, yes.
And human rights that people cannot stand up to oppose and so forth. And I see people who are in Parliament now who stood up and opposed, who when freedom was there, those of who freedom might were out there demonstrating when freedom left and labor and workers came in, they were out there. When workers left and so on, labor came in. They feel as if, demonstration and disagreement should end and so on. And that is so stupid in the society. So I want to wish all of us, Dominicans at home and Dominicans abroad, well. And I want to say that the government must take heed of the garbage thing. It is now reported in Martinique. who know where else it will be reported and so on. And it's very I don't know if you remember some guy, a liberal guy, was the those who put in trap in the drain and put in poison in the trap. And I haven't reported on that. How many rats that
No,
was?
I don't know. I know him well. I'll ask him the question next time. Thank you, boss. So thank you. Of course, there are many other calls coming in. This is a WhatsApp message. Matt, the trucks are in very poor condition, a poor state. Rust all over and already used. More than secondhand. Secondly, the contractors, their tools are left. The DLP government has not paid them. Rubbish will not be picked up anytime soon. Well, I mean, they say you when you speak out, they say sometimes that you're washing your dirty linen in public. I can speak to our situation there in the Point Michelle community. Rats are having a field day. And there's a video recently, making the rounds. So many rats. I'm hoping that our PAL rep and those in authority there can do something about this. I've lost a few friends leptospirosis, and I'm hoping that the authorities in the new year 2026 can do something about the rubbish problem. We're making headlines in Martinique. We can't take care of our rubbish. How far would that report go? On the telephone, 924, talk to me, huh? Yes.
Just before you spoke about what you heard in Martinique,
I read. Yes.
I was about to call you on that same garbage thing. What I want to recommend for next year for solid waste. Matt, let me tell you something. You're working a place. If you're late, what you do, don't call the boss and say, I'll be late.
Of course.
Or if you're sick or you're running late, you say, well, I'll be late because I have to do an important thing, but I'll be late.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, what I'm saying, solid waste, you have a problem with the garbage. But nobody's saying anything. The person in charge of solid waste, I'm saying that for next year, come out and tell us where you have 4 trucks, 2 down, we pick you up, I'll pick up your garbage. Matt, come and give you some information. Nobody telling you anything. Rubbish is up so for next year. I'd be happy if the person should come and at least apologize and say something. Matt, let me tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
3 weeks ago, we were coming from Mass. And we passed Constitution Hill, myself and my son. Matt, there are a lot of tourist import. A lot of garbage just before I take up by Astafan there. In the corner there, Matt. Garbage. The tourists are watching that. I tell Marcus, but I'm feeling bad. So we joke. But when we reach, we pass at the back of SME St. Gerald's Hall there. Coming down there, where I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But when we reach there, it haven't got sidewalk. On the left, there's no sidewalk. On the right, there's a little gutter going down there. But when we reached there was a tourist he ended up on the other side, just before he take Christian, where they had their musical thing there, little higher. Matt is stuck there because there is a post there and he end up there. Matt, when I saw that, I tell my son, stop. We have to go and help that tourist, Marcus, had to come out from his vehicle. Matt, I was feeling so bad. You understand? And then we drove off. So something needs to be done, Matt.
Something has to be done. Thank you, Mrs. White. Hello, talk to me on the telephone.
Mr. Peltier, I say love, life, light, healing, joy, gratitude, courage, and sacrifice. Mr. Peltier.
I'm here.
Oh, you're talking about leptospirosis. It is leptosclerosis. We are eating too much of the crumbs that fall out of those rat teeth. So we all are suffering from leptosclerosis. Not all different administration that were in government. Matt from Freedom. You remember that Piper that was on him that used to barbecue, man?
Mona Piper, yes.
Matt, look, workers, what they do in opposition, they raffling cars to raise funds. Is it that thing at Fort Young a fundraising event or another CO?
I mean, you mean tonight?
Yes.
Was an activity planned, another activity planned by the Fortune Hotel?
Oh, by the Fortune Hotel?
Yes,
How convenient. Anyway, Matt, I do not want to cast aspersions because I was saying, Matt, there's a disease that have Dominicans because of the ham and the turkey. So you mean I vote Labour again? So, but why I try to vote in them people? The ham and the turkey. Matt, a lot of people don't know ham is pig.
True.
Man, I tell you. So what kind of flesh is ham? But ham is ham. I do. Matt, you think you're a journalist? Matt, I'm an investigative journalist.
All right, caller. Thank you. 9:28 is the morning time, Dominica. Yes, it's a shame that our rubbish is making headlines in Martinique. Hello, talk to me. Yes.
Good morning, Matt. Good morning.
Morning to you. Yes. Good morning to you. Morning.
Matt, I want to begin by wishing you a happy and prosperous New Year.
Thank you, sir.
A healthy one also.
Thank you.
And I want to offer you continuous God's blessing, Matt.
Thank you.
In 2020, in 2025, Matt, you have done a good job, an excellent job. And I'm hoping that the good Lord will give you the same strength to continue. So blessings, my son. Okay?
Thank
That's
you.
one. Now, Matt, I am very, very concerned about this garbage problem. I mean, let's face it now. Martinique is part of France, the Department of France. Once it's headline in Martinique, Matt, it is in Europe. Because Martinique is a department of France, Matt. It's not to say it's an ordinary thing, So that is all over. Now, do you know what is going to happen? When people understand that we have a garbage problem, leptospirosis and so on, people are going to be afraid to come to Dominica, Matt. So it's going to affect our tourism. Matt, I don't understand, but we have been talking about this garbage thing for maybe a year now or more, and nothing is being done to fix it up, Matt. No, man, Matt, that is unacceptable. I'm hoping that in 2026 that this garbage problem must come to some proper thing, man. I mean, I'm really mad about it. In our area, I mean, they have not picked up garbage for over 2 weeks now, Over 2 weeks and just piled it up. I mean, that's unacceptable, man. Anyway, all the best for the new year, man. Okay?
All right, thank you, caller. Hello, talk to me. Yes,
Morning, Matt.
Morning to you. Morning.
Matt, there is something going to happen to the Caribbean countries very soon, especially Dominica and St. Lucia and these other countries. If France pull the visa away from Dominica and St. Lucia, Dominica is mercilessly. Very soon, they're going to put the visa in Dominica. No visa for Dominican again. French, okay, but who don't have it could praise God Dominican suffer. I must be because you look right.
I don't know what's going on with your telephone, but I'm not hearing you very clearly there. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Are you there, caller? Yes.
I was not concluded. I don't want to fight it here again. Give me less than 2 minutes, Matt. But what is happening in Dominica is not coincidental. It is not accidental to say, Oscar, it is incompetence. Not the Chinese and Skerrit are phasing out the natives from Dominica. We are not claiming to be the indigenous people, and we know the difference, Matt. Isn't that so, Matt?
Mm-hmm.
But we are natively born and raised in Dominica. And what is happening, you see, Skerrit, like as if, well, we know Skerrit have a mental issue. Matt, look at Skerrit's face. Facial expression, his utterances, and his fake smiles and laugh, which is just chocolate. Dominicans have to come to the realization, labor rights, my labor rights friends, wake up. Dominica is under siege by the Chinese and Skerrit. But a man cannot be incompetent to the extent threatening the lives of his friends and his family with leptospirosis and sending a president to China and get involved in Taiwan and China domestic affairs and getting involved in Venezuela in such an undiplomatic, unprofessional and stupid way, man. One day all you have to say, you know, blessing Jews too? No, man, never refer to me in the past. Even after I go through the transition, I'll still be there fighting that fight. Thank you.
Thank you, too. 449-3095. Somebody says, Matt, we can jump low and we can jump high, and we can jump low. Garbage is the order of the day. The Labour Party government is striving in evil, and the Bible says cleanliness is next to godliness. Matt, I want only the job is to kill all the loose dogs in Roseau, and we'll do it for free. Dog poo-poo in Roseau. Roseau has a stench. Where is the Labour Party? What is the Labour Party doing about the garbage in the city of Roseau? This is what another caller is saying. Are you there, caller? Let's take this one. Are you there? Yes?
Can you hear me properly?
Can you clearly? Yes. Go ahead, sir.
Yes. Now, what I was saying, we have permits in Martinique and Guadeloupe.
Yes.
That's where we traded for the years gone by. That's where we know we used to get the big money. Now, try to put a levy on us that we cannot come and go anymore because of the visa, what the nonsense going on the Caribbean. So I'm going to some seriously. Because I think from Martinique, in fact, I have family in the Martinique. And if they pass that levy on us, could buy Dominica. That's all about it.
All right, somebody says, Matt, what do you expect when the person who allegedly ordered the use of garbage trucks was the same person who has the contract to build the grammar school? Should I say more? Somebody's asking the question there. Of course, it's, as I said, allegedly, of course, used to order these garbage trucks. And I'm being told it's used as the same people or the same person reportedly that's building the Dominica, has a contract to build the Dominica Grammar School. 449. This person must have more information than I do. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back. After this. But rubbish, it's a shame this morning. It's a shame.
Ready cash in the new cash. Come buy ready cash. Come get your ready cash in the new money. Ready cash in the new cash. Come buy ready cash. Come get your loan fund. What ready cash is giving you more value when you borrow with us. $2,700 or more and get exclusive reward. You can also receive special gifts like grocery vouchers, hampers, KFC vouchers, turkeys with qualifying loans. Get a free payment pass. What's ready cash is right for you. Ready cash, blending you money. Ready cash, blending you cash. What's ready cash? Ready when you are.
Wow, a new laptop.
Yep.
How much you pay?
Only $10. This Christmas, sign up for any home bundle or the Tobo 400 internet plan or higher and get a laptop or tablet for only $10. And there's more. You can win even more festive prizes with our Christmas Spin the Wheel. That's faster, more reliable internet with same upload and download speeds and fantastic rewards. Sign up in-store today or visit online at discoverflow.co for more info. We keep your Christmas freedom flowing.
Experience the biggest night in Dominican music, the Dominica Music Awards 2025, Saturday, January 3rd, 2026, at the Intercontinental Dominica Campus Resort and Spa, Red Carpet 6 p.m., 7:30 p.m. showtime. Music lights a glitter, theatrics, Nature Island music celebration. Limited tickets are available at Broadway Pharmacy for only $100. You requested it and we have heard by popular demand. Limited tickets are now available at the Broadway Pharmacy for $120. Rock the red carpet, meet the celebrities. Be part of the memories and celebrate the habit of our culture. Get your tickets now at Broadway Pharmacy. The Dominican Music Awards 2025, January 3rd, 2026, Intercontinental Hotel. The Dominican Music Awards, where culture shines and excellence rises.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas at Home and Tools.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Mr. Farmers, come get 50% off on all fertilizers. Contractors get 20% to 80% on selected tools and boards and a special 10% on all mixers. Homeowners receive up to 80% on decorative items and much more. Call us at 275-1414 or visit us on the DCP compound on the Jimmy Highway.
Rocking around Christmas tree at Christmas party hop.
You know what I'm not on board with? Spending half my lunch hour in any bank trying to open an account. Imagine that is your belly. But I am on board with opening a New Republic account from anywhere with Republic on board.
Great news for everybody. No need to enter the bank to open a New Republic bank account. Sign up using Republic On Board and reclaim your time. Fast, easy, secure. We're gonna eat just now.
I was like you, but not anymore with Republic on board.
Anyone can experience ease with Republic On Board today. Visit republicbankec.com for more info.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
There's Smooth.
And then there's Guinness Smooth.
It's a brand new cool.
Incredibly smooth.
Perfectly balanced.
For a smooth and refreshing taste.
So how smooth? Well smooth. Guinness Smooth.
For a smooth and refreshing taste. New Guinness Smooth. Must be 18 years or older. Drink responsibly. Socialize responsibly.
Locally distributed by Belfast Estate Limited.
Hardware and home improvement. Bring supplies for you. Kitchen appliances, even home decor too. Lumber, lawn, all your garden supplies. Plumbing, welding, electrical supplies.
Visit Do It Center at the former J. Nassif Hardware location on Goodwill Road. Call us at 255-6890.
Do it Center.
Magical moment, supermarket sweet. Magical moment, supermarket sweet. Fresh market, best price and cash and cards. Try your way with magical moments in for two. $10 more for a chance to win dollars. Above $15,000 in prices to get. Shop with Joy, shop with me. Bring your friends and your family. Fill your cup and let's make it sweet. For the supermarket sweet. Magical moment, supermarket sweet. Magical moment, supermarket sweet. Come on down to Fresh Market, best price and cash and carry. This Christmas for a magical moment.
After working hard for many years in London, Goldwyn is now retired and back living in Dominica enjoying his pension. He too shook a smile so we can see the gold teeth and too shook a young. I met him coming out of Floss's with the help of some staff carrying different foods, drinks and meats to his vehicle. Myself too fast to go and ask the man what's up. Here's story start. Après moi fini travail ouais, so that Kadimo descend Dominic pour finir la hamwe. I said, Goldwyn, speak in English, don't force it. Then he said, I shop with intelligence, yeah? At Floss's, you get the most reasonable prices. For the bag flour, rice, sugar, milk,
beers, soft drinks, water, rum, and so much more. Prices and quantities to fit your needs, mate. Mama, they come on, here, mate, planner. Because you just come down and want to tell me what I know about flosses already. That's where I shop. It's not you alone that want to save money but still get the quality goods. That's right. And if you're listening to this ad, go and check out flosses for yourself. Next to the Roseau Market, you can't miss it.
Now opened on Sunday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Christmas turn on with Digicel, and this year we're bringing you bigger, brighter, and real rewards. Get ready for daily rewards, your chance to win a free ham or turkey to make that Christmas table shine. And every week we're turning up the joy. Smart TVs, watch smart speakers, appliances, smartphones, smart data bundles, and shopping voucher with Wing. There's more. One lucky customer will win the ultimate gift 1 year on us. That's right. Bill free for a whole year. So stay connected, sign up or activate with Digicel and make this Christmas a joyful and happiest one. Digicel. Better connected this Christmas. Merry Christmas.
And of course, some persons are reporting this morning as we speak Digicel, asking Digicel to apologize to their customers this morning. There's been no internet, no television. And when month end, they want their money or they're cutting you off. All over the country, they are done at this time. So Digicel, please address the problem that's going on. People are now describing this as nonsense. Digicel, fix the problem. Okay, fix the problem. Address whatever is going on since last night. A lot of complaints this morning. And here is ending. Where's the report on the cause of the roof at DGS auditorium to collapse? We're still waiting for that report. Are you still looking into this after months? That was long ago when you said you would get a report. Somebody's asking the question this morning. Can we get this report as it relates to why this roof collapsed at the auditorium there at the grammar school? So people are asking questions this morning. Issues that has not been resolved. All right, hello, talk to me. Yes? Are you there? Uh-huh.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
And good morning to my fellow citizens of Dominica, Matt. The last day of 2025. And as we are getting prepared to usher in 2026, I want to say thank you to you. Thank you to Q. Like you always say, if it's on Q, I know it's true. Thank you for all what you have done throughout the year and throughout the years. I'm wishing you many, many, many more of this, of years to come, Matt, in the profession that you have chosen, which I think you did choose right, Matt. And to Mr. G for allowing the Dominican people to call and have this program where people can express themselves freely and to be able to speak their mind, to be able to agree and to disagree. Thank you, Matt. I wish you all the best, you and your family, for 2026. I'm wishing you the best of health, continued success in whatever you are doing or will choose to do in the future. Joy, more love, more peace, more harmony. I'm also sending that to my dear fellow citizens. I want you, my dear citizens, to be brave enough to do whatever you have to do for your country. Do it your way. Do it your way. Do country first. Where you live, where you call home. Don't take it for granted. Do it and keep doing it your way. Thank you, Matt, for everything. Also to my family back home, to my friends and family, I say, happy 2026. More love, more joy, more happiness. Let's continue to embrace each other. Let's continue to look out for each other. Let's continue to be there for each other. It's a mindset. It's a mindset. So let's switch that tonight to the right dial. I'm just saying, Matt, this morning, have a great 2026, everybody.
Again, a lot of comments as it relates to the rubbish in the city. Somebody saying there on Facebook for True Matt. So much dogs in Roseau. I cannot believe that we are talking about tourism. That's a shame. Please, the authorities, I'm begging you, we're now making headlines in Martinique. So be very, very, very concerned about what's going on. And of course, in that report, they spoke about leptospirosis. So please, do something about this, huh? It's 9:47, a few more minutes. Hello, talk to me, yes? Good morning. Oh, sorry about that. The numbers are 449-309-596 and 97. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Are you there? Hello?
Matt?
Yes, Marlene. How you doing?
Yeah. Matt, but you hearing anything on my background?
No, I'm hearing you clearly. Go ahead, Marlene. Go ahead.
Okay. Don't get vexed on that. Don't get vexed.
No, I'm not vexed. I'm just telling you I'm hearing you very clearly, Marlene. No, I'm not vexed.
Matt, two things I had to say, right, concerning about police for the road and about rubbish. Matt, the restaurant and them have to play a part in that rubbish business, because when Sonia Felix, she's doing a good job on the road, right? The restaurant and them, when they clean the gutters, the restaurant and them letting go pieces of food, some of them restaurants, and have the gutter dirty. Roseau City Council and Environmental Health should play a part in this thing. There is no part in them things for them, because they sit down in their front and they get in their money, and Roseau is as dirty how it is. Right? I'm not telling you. Believe me, Sonia Ayana getting up 4:30 in the morning, talking to her workers. As soon as they finish cleaning the gutter, I tell you, I witnessed something. A big restaurant that by a bank, all the food coming down in the gutter, going by another restaurant. And most of some of these restaurants, that is what they're doing. Then you have rubbish all around. If you pass around by Papi, is rubbish. Garbage. My brother, if Roseau City Council and Environmental, I'm telling you that, would play their part, Roseau would be better how it is. One day you have a man let go something, right by the magistrate court, right? You don't have to eat around the other. My head is the Roseau. It just smelling. On a Sunday, Sonia getting up on a Sunday to hose down the gutter, hose down the road. As soon as she hose down the road, and you hear me?
Are you hearing you, man? Go ahead, go ahead.
Yes. It's more nastiness in the gutter, my brother. And we need more police on the road, Matt. Police on the road for some of the elderly people. You have people get stealing people things and what not. You understand? And there's another thing I would want to say, but then I will talk on a procreate time. So, Matt, take care. And I want to wish your workers in Q95, all the nice, lovely ladies, the thick ladies, all the best for the new year. My hairdresser, K1, I'm better known as KK. I want to wish you all the best. And Matt, take care of yourself. Sonia doing a good job. I call in on the restaurant on Sunday, or you'll hear me on Peter Prosper program. So shall be written, so shall be done. Take care of yourself. I will call back.
All right, no problem, Marlon, no problem. 449-3095 and 9697. Are you there, caller? Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Over the world. I still get different. What else?
Your phone has a serious problem this morning. I don't know what is your provider, but I'm not hearing you very clearly, okay? Hello, talk to me, yes? Uh-huh.
Morning, my brother. I'm live and direct.
Morning to you.
Matt, you know, you played my voice note this morning, and big thanks again to you, you know, because I've always wanted to express my gratitude for the job you do, because you don't have to do it, but you do it out of love, like I say. You know, I send you a request, you know, by chronic life. But anyway, let's deal with the trash business, Matt. Matt, I send you another voice note. Listen to what I sent. As a man thinketh, so is he. Matt, I've often tell you, words and phrases have meaning because they have stood the time and test of memorial, Matt. And what I'm saying is, the people who are running the country, they think like the situation is in the country. You speaking trash? That's the mindset of the people running the country, Matt. I'm not insulting nobody, but I want to make a request to the people of Dominica. Don't allow yourself to be disrespected. Have a little more self-respect to allow people to keep on treating you the same way year after year, term after term. People, wake up and take back your country. Respect yourself, Matt. All right? Thank you, Matt. That's all.
Thank you, my brother. You know, many years ago, I remember that the Environmental Health Department had a report as to, you know, what restaurants you could eat in. And, you know, they kept it secret. They kept it secret for a while, and they actually challenged the restaurants. If they do not do something about it, then they would put the list out so people would not be encouraged to eat there. I think the Environmental Health Department, you should get back in that mode. Huh? Get back in the mode and threaten these restaurants that are not doing what they need to do. There's some restaurants you go to these days, they don't even have a toilet. They don't even have a toilet. So people can just go, you know, wash their hands, if you will, use the bathroom, do their ones and twos, and they're still there selling food. So let me just give you an advice here to the Environmental Health Department. You can take it if you want, but try to provide that list again, and you'll see how much these restaurants don't want to be exposed. I remember they giving me a list, you know, of the restaurants that people should not eat by. And once I made that announcement, everything got better. Because people don't like to expose their business in the public. So please, just some advice there to the Environmental Health Department. Do your inspections and make that list available. This non-STEM nonsense has to stop. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Yes.
Yeah, Matt, let me make it quick. Matt, I want to listen to Corbett talking about guns again. They're talking about guns. Matt, how many months RSS stay in Dominica, Matt? Can you confirm for me if you have
a couple of weeks? I can't tell you for exactly how many months they did. Yes.
Oh, okay. Very interesting. Matt, when the Mongoose gang in the police force, these real Mongoose gang, I go to use another word, but I do not want to upset you or your listeners. Matt, that will be 3/4 way of getting rid of crime and violence. And when they get rid of the criminals in politics, Matt, 95% of Dominica problem will be solved. Corbett, look to make some, it's either politicians and police officers. Because Matt, the corrupt, not everything I can turn radio. And I know it's not everything you can say on the airwaves. Isn't that so, Matt?
True.
Matt, we're in a pit, a cesspool, not just any pit, Matt, a cesspool, Matt. So when you see people there complaining and crying, Matt, what is happening, Matt, is not coincidental. As I said, it's not accidental. And the whole thing, you see about what Skerritt is doing there in conclusion, Matt. Skerritt want to be like Jim Jones. He noticed he's going down and he agreed taking the whole country down with him. So he sent our accident. Not that Popper used to say we have an accident, Matt, when Charles Savarin was there.
Repeat again, Blessing.
Huh?
Did you say about Charles Savarin?
No, Popper used to say we haven't got a president, we have an accident. Well, that one is a disaster. Charles Savarin would nobody could instruct Savarin to go and say that if they did not have him hostage. His level of intelligence, knowledge, and experience, Charles Savarin would not go nowhere, even if Skerritt telling me fire in him. Charles Savarin would never go, but I don't like Charles Savarin them. But his level of experience and intelligence and political maturity, he could not have jeopardized the future of this country like that. So, Matt, when you see them people agree they're going down and they're taking the whole country down with them, you know the story of Jim Jones in Guyana, Matt. Huh? You know the pastor that was born in America, and when he figured out he was almost to his wit end, he take his congregation, he go in Guyana and he kill all of them. He make them drink a Kool-Aid. Look now, new evidence showing his injection they get at the back of the neck. Matt, thank you.
Thank you. 449-3095-96 and 97. Dominica, we here.
Ready cash, let the new cash. Come buy ready cash. Come get your red parts, let the new money. Ready cash, let the new cash. Come buy ready cash. Come get your loan part. What ready cash is giving you more value when you borrow with us. $2,700 or more and get exclusive reward. You can also receive special gifts like grocery vouchers, hampers, KFC vouchers, tailgate with qualifying loans. Get a free payment pass. What's Ready Cash is right for you. Ready Cash, let the new money. Ready Cash, let the new cash. What's Ready Cash? Ready when you are.
Our next stop is with Jolly's Pharmacy, Health Vibes. We're going to take a few calls to get to 10 this morning. On the telephone, are you there? Yes?
Yes, I am here. Good morning again to you, Matt, and good morning to your listeners.
Morning to you, yeah.
I too want to commend Sonia for a good job that she does in the city of Roseau. The fact of the matter is every one of us must play our part.
True.
I've seen people eating things and just throw it in the gutter, eating things and throw it in empty lots, drinking beers, and just throw it, just littering all over the country. We all have to play our part, Matt. Dominica is all of us own and all of us have a contribution to make. On the question of the restaurants, Matt, Dominicans have to learn to cook in their kitchen. When you cook at your home, you know what you're eating. You think, I see my mother making pilau, and when she making pilau, she will get up and she will clean the rice, put it in a tray in a waiter, and take out all the little black. You think the restaurant and them have, when they have to cook for 30, 40, 50 people, you think they have time to go and clean rice? You think they have time to wash rice? It's just put rice in pot, it's just put sage, so it's just put cube in it and season it up, and you just buy in those things there. But on the percent of Marlene is right, because Sonia is cleaning. And then 2 days after, 1 day after you pass, the gutters are all stinking with that oil and all that food and all that rats and so. So what do they need to do? They need to put traps. They need to put traps to control the food. That is just a disaster in Roseau, and we have to really fix it for ourselves first and for tourists coming to our shores. We talk about really country of greenness. You understand that? So we have to be responsible. All of us have to be responsible. And if you see somebody throwing something there, you're supposed to call on them. I'm eating a mint or gum, and based on where I am, and I will not find a bean or something. I put it in my pocket when I get home. I put it into my trash. You understand? So we drive our vehicle and we drink it and we throw things left, right, and center. We are hurting ourselves because it comes back. Even the people that are doing the coconut man, they cut the coconut, they sell the coconut, and they just take their van and they just go anywhere. They meet an empty lot, abandoned place, and they just throw it, Matt. We are hurting our own selves, Dominicans, and let us learn to eat in our kitchen. Matt, I am very careful as to where I eat. I'm not the type of person that go eating all over. I like food, but I only try to eat in my kitchen when I cook and my mother. I'm not saying I may not eat outside, but to go in all kind of restaurants and buying all over, Matt, no. And you're right, some restaurants with no facilities like that, like toilet.
Mm-hmm.
I feel restaurants like that, Matt, should not be operating, because if somebody come to your restaurant, the person walk all over in the city, the person should be able to go in to the washroom and wash their hands, wash their face, and come to get a decent meal. Can you imagine that, Matt? Some of them, their hair is not covered. Some of them have no proper clothing. I know my co-worker went to a restaurant to buy a meal, and when they put that thing into the container for her, a lot of little cockroaches was coming from that, and she called on me, and the lady say, hold on a while. And then she called on her work, and she said, look at that. And then she called on him, and the man say he's busy. She said, you know what, I'm going to Q95 because that place has too much cockroach. And then they say, and it's a cockroach problem, and we're trying to solve the problem. But, I mean, it's a business that you're offering the same way. And people can get mad, there are people that can eat warm food, and people can eat warm food.
True.
Some of the restaurants, what they do is the food they sell overnight. They put it into the fridge, and next day they boil fresh provision, they put it on. I mean, that is just a mess, Matt. Dominicans, learn to eat in your kitchen. When you eat in your kitchen, you know what you are eating. Thank you.
Thank you, Kopel. Thank you very much. Yes, we have to do something about these restaurants, because, I mean, come on. How can you have a restaurant and you have no washroom facilities? Someone saying on Facebook, when you go on Facebook, they will tell you what are the best restaurants to eat in the U.S. They need to start doing that in Dominica. Even me, as a small business person, can see how I do my business, and they can buy from me. So please, restaurants, environmental health, please do some inspections, further inspections. I know a very popular restaurant around town. The drains are always nasty. In the new year, please do something about it. Maybe if the authorities don't want to investigate them, I have to go do all my own investigations and find out, Hate me or not, I will do it for the sake of the people. They always tell people eat what they grow, and you tell them to eat what they prepare. Hence the reason why I don't eat out. I'm in love with my kitchen, my stove in particular. Well, you say this too, but I mean, if you visit the United States, you'll understand, restaurants some of them are kept very, very clean. So America is a society where people eat out a lot. I want to encourage businesses in Dominica. If you eat all the time at your house or your home, how do we encourage restaurants, So that's something to think about. It's not only eating at your house all the time. Hello, talk to me, yes? You can do it, maybe somebody else can't. Yes, good morning.
people with rubbish all around. But what about KFC? I think KFC need to change their packages because up there, Cooper talk about the coconut vendors, but our coconut vendors from Cassiburn and all around by the Savannah, they make sure they clean the whole place and they bag it up. There's a man they call Mr. Proctor. He has a son. The man comes here, he has a truck, and he comes and cleans it. And they make sure they have their broom, they clean. And higher up there is another thing there, which I think the blind people put there. People have KFC thing all around the day. So I think KFC needs to change that box business there, because that is the one that making the havoc. When everybody finish, they fattening the skin in it, and that is causing problem. And I think environment, I don't think they are doing a good job. Because many people making their complaints, they're going to tell them what and they don't come out. And don't buy me there. I'm living there. There's a wavin then you don't want to see. There may be a fridge. They have things. There's somebody around me. Everything they get, it go down there. Big fridge, washing machine, big containers of everything go down there. People just keep on throwing things there. We have Clem, James there, cleaning the whole place up there. If you see, they're pretty. And everybody has it. But some people just don't want to carry the rubbish. They just dumping things there. But I'm a bit far away. And if you come by my house, you can even eat on the ground. Beautiful flowers, all my place clean and nice. Anybody can tell you that. But you see, people don't have to care. People don't care anymore. And they do what they want. So we can blame government. We can blame what we want. We are the cause of what's happening. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello, talk to me, yes? Yes, sir.
Morning to you, sir.
Morning to you, sir.
Thank you for the hard work for the year you have done.
Thank you.
Hard work, dangerous work.
Thank you.
Sleepless night. I appreciate it. Matthew, speaking about the environment and the rubbish in Roseau and the way the littering, it's a serious problem, Matt. It's not about critiquing, it's something that is reality in our eyes, You walk down the street sometime and the way the gutters and things is, them things can maintain, even if the street broken now, but they can maintain. And our people say they litter too much. If you look at this place beauty-wise, there is a bus stop in front there, and when the people sit there, like they just eat and throw on the ground, and in front of a business place, and if you walk around, there's a lot of hostels littering, and there was a program with the former mayor and a former environment, Mr. Scotland, on a DBS on a Sunday night, and they were speaking about the problem in Roseau, the untidiness and the environment. And I asked Mr. Scotland if they give him a contract to maintain the city, if he would do it. He said yes. And he said some of the ways he would do certain things is like, even for pain, he would just convert a container and put it between the road going down to the Grand Bay bus stop there. Between Grand Bay bus stop, it have a dead road there, right in front of the bank. And he would maintain the city every day with two young rubbish truck, good rubbish truck, I mean. I heard the Minister of Security talking about he meet with the young people. He can give the young people contracts, the young men. You have the cadet force there. The cadet force is part of the armed branch. You can employ them. They are part of the armed branch. Employ them and clean up the city. Give them contracts, special contract. Roseau is a place you have to clean every day because people still throwing down. And the dogs, man, this is a serious problem. The dogs carry leptospirosis just as the rat, the dog pee. The dog poo on the ground. Even when it dry, go to your nostril, it gives you colon cancer, And the dust take it up from the ground and you inhale it, you're dead, And you have to build a place to store those dogs at the rubbish heap. It have people that protecting the animal rights. The government does have to get them, the vet and them, stop them dogs from breeding up. I will tip and them talk about that, clean up the lots, the empty lots where people just dump in rubbish. The city council have a right to clean the lots, so they have a right to protect the lots. It's the people that are in charge of the city. When they go and clean the lots, they're supposed to take care of it. It is plant flowers and maintain it. Like I have a little spot by the Prime Minister auntie there. I see somebody planting and sit there. Them things can use in different ways. But The government have to put on the food. Even imagine when the dogs scratch off the whole piece on the skin. The leptospirosis and all them things that they pass on to people, dog carry bronchitis, asthma, all kind of bad diseases and they pass on to man. Man doesn't see them things. Man get all them sickness and they don't study those things. But I believe the government now supposed to give some young people contract, get 2 trucks to run around Rosewood, Newtown, all the Point Michelle, because those are more in the capital, and clean up every day and scrub down. You get a new fire trucks, get a old fire truck, go and scrub some water trucks in Goodwill down there where they store the transport. And watch down the city. Those things are basic things, you go look at Matic every day they do that, and they pass a perfume on the buildings at the front of the stores. They pass a nice disinfection there. But it's just little things, Mr. Scotland, they can tell them that. You just put some containers, like I said, you can put some containers and put washroom in bathroom and toilet in them, a 40-foot container for women and men. People are supporting the government, tell them that, Peter just tell them that you have to make a street just for people to shop, just for people to use washroom. And the place there, this dead street, there is government street.
Imagine that. We have one public facility there in the Old Market Square. Yes, you have to pay $1, but we want to encourage that around the city. Melissa Skerritt, I don't often call your name, but try to, encourage the washroom facilities around the city. Some important questions there on Facebook. Is there still a health department? How often do they make random checks on all restaurants? That's the job of the environmental health department. Continue to investigate when a complaint is made. Please, ask these questions on my behalf. Dominica, we have to stop, of course, because we have Jolly's Pharmacy coming up next. We'll continue in the afternoon, the 1 o'clock hour on the Talk on the Block. Hello, talk to me, yes?
Hey, Matt, morning.
Morning to you, my brother. We have 2 minutes, yes.
Yes, Matt, this garbage non-collection problem is widespread, I was on a tour on Sunday and I went to this place where everybody go and buy lobster on the West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, even the dumping of their rubbish is done indiscriminately in a valley at the back of that property.
You're joking.
So that, yes, I'm telling you, and there's a stench there. I saw that, I took pictures and a video of that, and I'm so ashamed I cannot post it yet. I'm just saying that because of the conversation that we have in now. But this thing has implications when your garbage is not being picked up. And these people down there, how I see the disposal of the garbage in a valley, in a ditch at the back of the building.
That's the famous restaurant on the West Coast, you say?
Yes, on the West Coast. Restaurant plus hotel on the West Coast. And that needs some attention because that is going straight into the sea once the heavy rain comes. A lot of garbage, not little garbage, a lot of garbage. Have a good day.
Have a good day, Dominic. On that note, we stop it up here. Wrap up and bring down the curtains on this final program, The Hot Seat. We'll continue to Talk on the Block this afternoon, 1 o'clock.
We can't talk about everyone, Jolly's for you. The immune system, Jolly's for you. Yo, Dominic is the boy part of us. Whenever I'm in town and I'm feeling down, I head to Jolly's Pharmacy. They boost me up real quick. Jolly's Pharmacy, leading the way in healthcare.
Oh, and if they say convenience, make a big difference, and you can trust me. I know just where you should be. That is JP Mega, 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 Mega. The one-stop shopping, Dominica, nigga. You could be shopping and having fun. Shop if you're not a happy social. It's a to everyone. What a happy place, happy place. Oh, JP Mega, 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 Mega. The one-stop shopping, Dominica, nigga. You could be shopping and having fun. Shop if you're not alone. Shop to everyone. What a happy place, happy place.